This week on episode number 289 of the Convincing Idiots podcast, another representative of Gen X childhood passes on. We remember Sid Krofft. A magician mansion makes a debut in Chicago. We'll talk about that. Rihanna breaks a singles record. Han and Luke debut in Disneyland, to the adoration of many non-judgmental Star Wars fans. In our main topic, we're going to discuss our top one-hit wonder songs of the 1990s. Does your favorite 90s song make the list? Keep listening, keep watching, and let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right, test.
Test.
Call it again.
Convincing Idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the Statman, not just anyone's opinion, the Statman Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, yo, yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Caucasian.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial.
I'm Brian, Gen X.
I'm Millennial Nick, and we are Convincing Idiots, a weekly podcast of three friends representing three different generations. We get together here each and every week to discuss all things nerd and pop culture, and we're guessing that you like all things nerd and pop culture because that's probably why you're here. So if you've not already done so, feel free to go find us on all your favorite social media accounts. We are active on the majority of them. You can find links to them by going to Google and typing in Convincing Idiots Linktree. That's Linkree. And then you will be able to find us on all your favorite social media accounts. You can also find a link to our web store if you would like any Convincing Idiots merch. You can find where to subscribe to this podcast each and every week. And you can also find a link to our website, or you can just go directly to our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This is episode. This is episode 289 of Convincing Idiots. And guys, we have completed the circle. Since we began this show over 5 years ago, we now officially, all three of us, have a different setting. We have all moved shop.
That's right.
We have all set up shop in a new area, new houses in your guys' cases. So everybody's got different backdrops than when we started. So look at that.
Yep.
Dean, why is yours different today? We got a guest star.
We got a guest star.
We got a guest star, yeah. Jinx
We got
Kitty
Jinx.
on video, yes.
He's the demonic cat here. He's just watching the world burn back here. Don't
cool.
get back
Aren't we
up
all?
there. No.
Okay.
Oh my God, this cat.
Well, Brian, what are you drinking tonight?
Couple more Conways left. Couple
Okay.
more. 3 left. Conway's Irish Ale. I'm drinking the last 3.
Going back
That's
to Conway.
it. Yep, sticking with it. I guess I'm going back to it. You're right. To finish it off.
There you go.
How about you?
I'm having a Wingman from Brewdog. It is a tropical
Wingman.
IPA. It's quite delicious. A cool little
All
bird
right.
right there on the can. But yeah, very good. Very much enjoy it. It's warmer weather's on the horizon. A little tropical
go.
IPA was in order.
Very
Dean,
good.
what are you having to drink tonight?
All right. Oh, and I will answer your previous question before the cat interrupted me. I'm drinking, again, on the last one of my Lord Rear Admiral from Three Floyds.
All right.
And yes, I am coming to you from the Convincing Idiot Speakeasy, is what I like to call it.
Very nice.
There you go.
And why is that? Go ahead.
Well, we moved. 18 years in the Convincing Idiot studio, and decided to up and move. We moved within.
That's actually why we called this show "Convincing Idiots" a little over
That's right.
5 years
It
ago.
just
Because
worked.
he had been calling it the Convincing Idiots Studio for 18 years, and we're like, we might as well make it factual in some way.
Sure.
It worked.
That's right.
Yeah.
I moved. I had surgery, and I got engaged all within like a span of like 4 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. You were just like, I'm just gonna do all grown-up things I can think of
Yep,
in one
I'm just
shot.
going to change everything.
Do everything.
Yep.
Nice.
I had a shoulder surgery, shoulder and bicep surgery. So I've been in this stupid sling, been off work for the past week.
Well, congratulations on the new house and the
Thank
shoulder
you.
surgery, and condolences on the engagement to Megan.
There we go.
And we're very happy for you guys.
Yeah.
Condolences for her, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That was an order of enjoyment, those three activities you mentioned.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, see what podcast earnings can do, ladies and gentlemen?
That's right.
There you have it.
Yep.
There you have it. Stick with it. Stick with it. Maybe you'll get a new
with it.
studio. That's right. That is right. All right. How about some idiot recommendations? We were off last week because Dean had a surgery and was moving, as you just mentioned. So you watch anything over the last week? Listen to anything?
Well, I've
pretend
had time,
to read
so.
anything? So, Dean, go ahead. What have you seen that you want to recommend?
Oh, geez. I watched so much, but one thing I did start the new season of The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Sad that it's going to be the last season. Excited to see how it's going to end.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed the show over the past 5 years or 5 seasons.
5 seasons.
I guess more. Let's see. Shrinking. If you're not watching Shrinking, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're seeing Harrison Ford at probably his best. I've said it before in the show, and I'll say it again. If the man doesn't win an Emmy, it is a travesty. So, I've had a lot of time. I've been watching other things, but I'm just going to stick with those two for right now.
Very good. All right. Nick, how about you?
I don't know what I really watched that much. I went to my first live wrestling event since I was probably in middle school. So it had probably been a good 20 to 25 years since I've seen live wrestling. And that
TNA
was
pay-per-view. What day?
It was a TNA pay-per-view. Yes, Bernie Kosar was there. It was fantastic. He came out. He hit somebody with a chair. It was fucking awesome. The Hardy Boys were there. That was cool. So yeah, I had an absolute blast. John and I went, and it was so much fun. Our seats were fucking incredible. We were like literally the first row, technically not on the ground. Like there was, a few rows on the ground around the ring, and then we were that first row. I mean, really great seats. You could see everything really well. It was fantastic. What really struck me, so it just so happened that the weekend before, I was scrolling through. I think it is Peacock that has the rights to WWE. Is that correct, Dean?
For now, Netflix also.
Maybe you know what? Maybe it was on. I probably was on Netflix. They have
I think
whichever
one. The majority has moved to Netflix.
Whichever one has all of the old pay-per-views on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was going through that, and I'm like, these are like the actual pay-per-views from one was like St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I was like, I remember that one. So anyway, I turned it on just to see, watch the intro and watch what was going on. It's taking me back. And then I see that The Rock has a match with Mankind. So I call the kids out and I'm like, come here. I'm like, because, everyone knows The Rock. Everyone knows Dwayne Johnson. Right. But they know him as the actor, as the celebrity, as the personality, And I'm like, I want to show you guys how I knew The Rock. Like, this is how I was introduced to The Rock. So, we're watching it and the kids are, watching it and they're kind of laughing because some of the, are like, they're clearly not connecting on some things. And, and then Oliver really starts taking an interest in it and watching it and stuff like that. So just the week before I was watching that, which is, again, a huge part of my young life was with professional wrestling. So I saw all that, but watching it now, and then they were kind of like noticing, even at their age, some of how inauthentic some of the things looked.
Sure.
But I'm at this pay-per-view watching TNA, which is not to the I would say it's fair to say not to the level of WWE as far as notoriety, right? Okay, it's not to say that they're not, but I will say what I was watching, the athleticism of everybody at that event, every single match was great. Like, and it's like, man, like just the difference, I guess, over time, just to show you how, like, Wayne Gretzky in hockey is the great one, right? And everybody, but like, if you watch Connor McDavid right now, what he's doing present day versus Wayne Gretzky in the 80s, it's not even close. Like, it's no disrespect to the great one. It's a fucking different thing. It keeps, improving upon itself. And that's what I noticed with watching wrestling this weekend was I'm like, man, even like it, not to disparage the product that I saw, but I know that that's not like WWE and the other one's kind of just right here, but man, what they were doing was like way surpassed what I like remembered seeing as a kid, which was kind of cool. As far as like showmanship, athleticism, the maneuvers they're pulling off, it was crazy. So, but yeah, it was great. I mean, live wrestling was an absolute blast. It was a really good time. So I would recommend going to a live wrestling event. So,
There you go.
Very good.
It was good.
Very cool.
WWE.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, WWE NXT is coming to Canton. It's a Civic Center coming up in the next couple months.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
Right.
And NXT is WWE.
That's WWE's developmental brand.
Okay.
That's where they're learning and
They're like
actually,
minor league WWE.
Yeah, well, no, it's where all the guys like start. Like it is WWE, but it is where it's like their minor league club.
Right. Yeah. Like right.
And TNA and NXT have a working relationship. So you actually probably saw a couple of the NXT guys on TNA pay-per-view, I'm assuming.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Right on.
Yeah.
Cool. They should have brought in John Elway to let Bernie Kosar hit him with a chair. That would have been fucking fantastic.
Awesome.
The place would have went crazy.
Yeah.
I finally caved and got Apple TV. Finally.
That's the only reason I'm not watching Shrinking is because I don't have Apple TV.
Yeah. I started watching The Studio at the start.
That's good.
Seth Rogen? Okay.
Yeah. Very good. It's already won a bunch of awards and everything. Just great. Great. He's like he becomes a studio head of a fictional studio. Just a great show. Funny, tense, just great. So if you like Seth Rogen humor at all, whatever, definitely watch that on Apple TV.
You got so much to catch up on.
Yeah,
now,
all these other shows.
TV.
Yeah. I mean, she wants to see the what show you like? Oh, obviously Shrinking. Ted Lasso, and there's all kinds of stuff there.
Yep.
So, all right, some pop culture headlines, gentlemen. Kind of an homage, a little bit on my shirt. I have to start with a death, I'm afraid, but another part. I'm wearing the banana splits.
I thought it was Fraggle Rock. I was say one of the Fraggles died.
What?
No.
Okay.
So Sid Krofft, and so another part of Generation X childhood has passed on. Sid Krofft, he was 96 years of age. He was a puppeteer turned producer of him and his brother, Sid and Marty Krofft Productions. You might have seen, Dean maybe saw some of these in his childhood. Nick, you probably didn't see any of these here, but they've made like very strange live action kids shows with like oversized like costumes and puppets and different things. So
Was
they,
Puffin Stuff one of those? I remember that one.
yes,
That was a
HR
weird one.
Puffin stuff.
HR
That's
Puffin
right.
Stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Yes, they did Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. They did Land of the Lost, which of course later they made the movie remake, not remake, but a movie of. And they started out. They designed the set and the characters for the Banana Splits. The Banana Splits was a Hanna-Barbera kind of variety show as a kid with cartoons and these characters and all that, which I loved that as well. So, but yeah, just a very esteemed career, and again, a lot of strange stuff.
Yeah.
But they definitely did create some very interesting children's television in their time. And again, he was an older man. He lived a long life and everything. Him and his brother had passed on a couple years prior. But yeah, so those are shows as a kid I would just see on reruns. You find them on reruns on regular television, not even cable TV at the time. You just pick those up on Saturday mornings and different things when I was, little. But great stuff. Rest in peace, Sid Krofft. So, Dean, did you watch any of these shows as a kid?
I did.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them were. I was a little young, as in I watched them and I was a little creeped out by them. I think because some of
They were strange.
Yeah, they were quite strange.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember seeing them. Yeah, but I don't. It's not like a core memory, so I don't. It's not like real visible in my memory. But I do remember seeing a lot of those weird puppets, and like they're almost like life-size puppets, right?
They were. Yeah.
And it was a little creepy to me back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that. Nick, you have some memory.
Yeah, I don't. I think I want to say my mom liked Puffin Stuff, and I feel like I remember watching it as a kid because she showed it to me. Like it was something she liked as a kid, and so I do. I remember watching HR Puffin Stuff. That's about the only one I've heard of the Banana Splits, but yeah, it was. I know what you mean. Like when you were describing it, it definitely had a. That's why I asked if Puffin Stuff was that, because it seemed to fit the bill of kind of what you were explaining. It was a little weird. It was kind of like I'd actually like to have some jazz cabbage and maybe revisit HR Puffin Stuff. That would probably
might be a way to do it.
Pretty cool, or maybe mushrooms. But I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, no, I like that kind of stuff. It's just definitely different. It has its own its own personality, like it's own little feel, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. They also did the Bugaloos, Lidsville, Land of the Lost. I mentioned Lost Saucer. I don't remember that. Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. Kind of remember that. Look them up. You might remember that maybe as a young lad. And Wonder Bug, they did other things. So yeah, it's like a weird '60s stuff. It's kind of what a lot of it was. You know what I mean? So
I had a Wonder Bug earlier today, man. Stomach was something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn near pooped myself like twice. It's awful.
There you go. That is a Wonder Bug. Okay, so a wealthy healthcare entrepreneur is opening a 50 million, 35,000 square foot mansion of magic in downtown Chicago.
Okay. That sounds like somewhere people disappear.
Yep.
Maybe his money disappeared. Yeah. 5 performance theaters, 7 bars, and 2 restaurants, all devoted to the art of magic. The space can accommodate as many as 850 guests over the course of a night on 5 floors. There'll be a rotating roster of 22 magicians. And it's actually pretty funny. The guy said, I don't have his name here, but I've often told people that either this will work or I will live in the nicest house in Chicago. There'll be no in between.
All right. That makes sense.
What do you think of a huge venue like that? It's interesting because it sounds like you can kind of float in there, hit the bars, go to restaurants, float around. You don't have to sit there and watch a whole show necessarily. It sounds like you can float around and just check out different acts and all that. I don't know how it works exactly, but again, all all magician acts. Nick, what do you think? Would you be interested in attending a place like that and checking out various magic acts? What do you think?
I certainly would be, because it sounds unlike anything I've ever heard of or seen before.
Yeah.
But my question is more about the longevity of something like that as a business model. Is there
Yeah.
enough interest in magic as a whole
Well,
to
maybe it's not.
have? What did you say? It can accommodate
800
85 or 80,
850 guests
50 guests.
on 5 different floors, and it'll be a
Yeah.
rotating roster of 22 magicians. Not all at once, obviously,
Do
but
you need
there's
that
different
much
acts.
space on a daily basis for magic acts in one place?
Huh?
Is that a?
This guy
I mean,
thinks so.
Chicago's a big city, right? It's one
Yep.
of the.
It's a tourist
I know it's
destination.
at least top
Mhm.
4 largest cities in North America.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
a big city. So and
7
I
bars
certainly could
and 2
see
restaurants.
upon opening, where that would be, like I said, I would want to go
I
to
would
check
too.
it out, and I'm sure a lot of people would. But yeah, like long term, is that a business model that can survive? Is there enough interest in magic for that amount of people for a sustained period of time to make that work?
Well, think about it this way. To me, it kind of sounds like a haunted house, but you're replacing the horror aspect with magic.
Could be.
And if you have bars and restaurants, I mean, you're kind of making it. Those are like destinations, could be destinations in itself, where the food's
Sure.
good, and the bar atmosphere, and then you just happen to have magic around you. You're like
Mhm.
having a couple beers. Hey, let's go over to 2 doors down. Let's watch them do sleight of hand.
Sure.
I think it's a neat concept. I
Sleight
definitely
of
check it out. Right? I think it could be really
That
neat.
is something that a gentleman with a wood paneled background would say. Let's go check out some sleight of hand.
I went to when I was in Vegas. I went to New York. That's where we stayed. And in there, they have little shops and little stuff. And there was a tiny magician museum in there, and it was the coolest damn thing. It had a bunch of Houdini's props and stuff. I was like a kid in a candy store. When I was a kid, I was really, really big into magic.
Yeah.
I loved it, and I loved the whole David Copperfield, Harry Houdini. He's actually one of my bobbleheads up there. I loved all of that, so I would be so hyped to go check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. I mean, you watch shows. I don't know if you watch variety shows like America's Got Talent. Yeah, I love watching that every summer. Without fail, America's Got Talent. There's always magicians that go really far in that, and a couple of them have won. And they have
Well,
acts
magicians.
on Vegas. Yeah, the close up type magician acts and things like that with cards and basic things. That's the stuff I like. I don't need to see the fucking Statue of Liberty disappear and all that shit. I mean, to me, that's such an art that a person could get right in your face with a deck of cards and just do all this stuff, and just it's right in your face. That's a real skill. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Well, it kind of
I don't know
taking
if
it back.
it's stuff like that or not, but I think that's pretty cool. Go ahead.
But taking it back to like what Nick said or was talking about earlier about professional wrestling, there's a correlation to the entertainment value of both. Both you go in knowing that you're going to be deceived. That's why and the point of going to see it. You understand that, but you're just enjoying the show. You suspend disbelief for the amount of time that you go to see it. I think that's why magic and professional wrestling has been around since vaudeville times, and probably before that, because people just want to suspend disbelief and be entertained. And I think that's what both give you.
Yeah. I have to keep an eye on that. That model takes off, maybe you'll see other ones. Never know.
That'd be awesome.
Never know. I don't know why Barberton, the Magic City, does not have a fucking magic a theater. I mean, it's crazy, right? I don't
They
know.
actually do have a
They
magical
do have
theater.
a magical theater.
Do they?
It's-
Well,
It's where they
magical
put
theater.
plays on, but yeah,
But it's
they don't
not,
put
you know, it's
actual
not,
magic in it.
it's not
Actually,
magic
my
acts.
oldest
That's what
kid's
I mean.
actually been in a production there. Yeah, they do have a
Yeah.
magical theater.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do have kids. I'll have to
Uh-huh.
check it out sometime. No, I mean
Why
a
you
place that
why you
does
checking
has
out his
magic
kids?
acts. No,
That's weird.
no.
Look at the gams on that one.
It's a mighty fine looking gentleman.
All right. As of yesterday, April 15th, the first woman to surpass 200 million RIAA, which is the Recording Industry Association of America, singles certifications, despite not releasing an album in 10 years. Any idea? You want to guess the artist, Nick?
So it's a female artist.
Female
that has
artist.
the most.
Like single certification. So like it must be purchases, downstreams, whatever it is, to cross 200 million.
And hasn't released anything in the last 10 years.
10 years.
I got a guess. Celine Dion.
Nope. Good guess.
My guess is, and I don't know if she's been inactive for that long. I just no, because she had something come out that not that long ago.
Shakira.
Nope.
Is it Cher?
No. Rihanna.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Rihanna.
Drake
They're a little
holds the
off there.
top spot with 277.5 million, and Morgan Wallen follows behind with 215 million. So Rihanna is working on a new album.
Okay.
She said last year she was working on something and she was feeling really good about it. That's all we know at this moment, but pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So she has the hits like, Lift Me Up from the 2022 film Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Friends Like Mine for 25 Smurfs. Of course, Higher, amongst many other hits. So good for Rihanna.
Good for her.
Yeah,
Good for her.
absolutely. It makes sense because she's had like a ton of hits over the years. That like God, I think she came out. I think I remember first hearing a single of hers in like I want to say 2005 or so, somewhere around there. And like she just kind of continuously. I mean, she was one of those artists, for a hot minute where she like every song on an album was basically a radio hit.
Sure. And then
Yep.
when you have a record like that, track record like that, you're bound to keep it up when you're not even performing. Or I mean, I'm sure she's out performing, but I'm saying putting out new stuff. You can look at the majority of people from the 70s and some of the 80s. Ride for so long on
Sure.
like 3 albums.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's right up there with it.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. So Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge. This is what's Star Wars part of the park, theme park, right? New characters are going to be new to the park, not new Star Wars characters, but new
One of them
characters.
better not be a goddamn black stormtrooper. Oh God.
How dare you?
So some people are not they're not
Take
overly
that white
thrilled.
helmet off. It better be white under it.
Some people aren't very crazy about the depictions
Star
of some
Wars
of these
fans
characters.
aren't pleased with something.
Yeah, what a
No.
shock, right?
Yeah.
What a shock here. Have you heard who they're bringing in? Some of the classic
have
characters that they're bringing in that they have not had before. Han Solo,
Okay.
Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
I think that's the big 2 right there. So
People don't like that. What now? That they're bringing.
Actors are going to portray Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. So
and they expect it to be Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford or no one.
Apparently,
Right.
apparently, like people are making fun of this poor guy's like Harrison Ford Han Solo wig, like the feathered hair and this and that and the other. It's like That's a tough one because you're not obviously you can't replace the actor. All the other characters
Buddy,
obviously
it's a
they can
foreign
do.
exchange student from Serbia.
That's
Give
right.
the guy a fucking break. Like he's literally just working the summer at Galaxy's Edge. Give him a fucking break. Like, calm down.
Yeah, that's right. It's Kumar Solo. Just relax, everybody.
Right.
Okay, it's fine.
Chill.
It's fine. Yeah, Han Singh. I don't know.
Han Solo.
Don't do the voice.
Is that not good? I can't do the voice.
So I've not been to this theme. I would love to go just to see, replica of the Millennium Falcon and all that.
Yep.
All that stuff would be fantastic. That'd be fine for me to see that and go inside that personally. But I don't need to see all the characters walking around. I don't really care about that anyway. And kids, who cares?
Right.
Kids really going to? Kids aren't that fucking dumb. They're not going to think it's. Oh wait, this isn't Han Solo.
Here's the deal.
Go ahead, Nick.
I've been to Disney World a few times, but
Mm-hmm.
the time I was first oldest to remember,
Hide money, Brian. Can't hide money.
I was 9, and I met a Mowgli, right? And not for once at 9 years old did I go, "Hey, wait a minute, this Mowgli's 3D." That's not the same as the one in the movie. Is it possible that the cartoon one is not the real one? No, we all are aware, and I was also aware that the guy that looked just like Goofy was a guy in a costume. Like, I mean, like you said, they're there to depict a character for the ambiance. There is a very realistic looking Chewbacca walking around Galaxy's Edge, I believe. Yes, little kids may be completely, because he looks exactly like the one in the movies, but
sure,
they're there to add to the ambiance. Yeah, like I said, there's always been, Disney World has always had live action characters of cartoons. Like there's an Aladdin and a Mowgli, and I mean, it's just silly. Like, why would the Star Wars characters be any different?
No, as it shouldn't. I mean, first of all, you're there at a children's park. That's who Disney should be for, right? So why
Star Wars?
Yep.
No kidding.
Okay, but I get
Disney
it.
Adults far and wide just unsubscribe to this podcast because of your reckless remarks.
But you get what I'm saying. Is everybody can enjoy it, but the characters walking around. Let me rephrase this to this. The characters walking around are meant for the kids, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Yes, you put Chewbacca in front of me. I am taking.
Right, I'm taking a picture
with Chewbacca. So I'll put that on the table. But like Nick said, it's Han Solo in the Han Solo vest and stuff is meant for the kids to oh my God, did you say Han Solo? And get all excited. And would I take a picture with Han Solo? Yeah, probably.
Sure.
Whatever. It's just silly. They just want something to complain about, as always. So.
Yep. Agreed.
Complain about that, motherfuckers.
Brian, which live-action Star Wars character would you most like to degrade at a Disney park?
I don't want to degrade any of them. I think these are just people working hard and trying to create some entertainment for people. I mean, come on, it's fine. It's good. Yeah. It's a good thing.
I would most like to scream at I would scream at a blonde Princess Leia. I would go off.
Sure.
Swedish Princess Leia can get the fuck out of my Disney World. That is not what I paid thousands of dollars to be here for.
Hold on, now I have a picture in my head, and I think you're wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say Swedish Princess Leia actually sounds pretty fucking dope.
I kind of want to see this.
Well, some people who saw, maybe one of our recent episodes here, guys, were I'm sure, were the people who make the whatever panel or committee, whatever it is that make the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame selections for 2026. Have you seen the selections for 2026?
I did.
I have not. I would like to hear them.
You would like to hear them? Here are the performing acts, Nick, going in to this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Phil Collins,
Okay.
Billy
Nice.
Idol, Joy Division / New Order,
Okay.
Oasis,
Okay.
Sade,
Okay. Sade.
Luther, Sade, excuse me, Sade.
It's pronounced Sade.
Yes, thank you.
Guys.
Luther Vandross,
Okay.
Wu-Tang Clan,
Okay.
and
Forever.
And give it to me.
Iron Maiden.
Fuck yeah. Thank you. That's the biggest one. I'm like, it's insane.
That's
Okay.
a good
Thank you.
class. That's
Thank
a good
you.
class.
And there's others as well, like musical, influencers, Queen Latifah, Celia Cruz, Fela Kuti, McLight, Graham Parsons, Linda
Just
Creed,
making stuff up now.
and other executives and people who are there as well. Rick Rubin is a producer, is going in.
Okay. Nice.
Ed Sullivan, the late great Ed Sullivan from the Ed Sullivan TV show, which makes sense. Yeah. So
that's good.
Finally, Maiden gets in after all these years of eligibility, 20 plus years.
Man,
another year of Aiden's Valentine being snubbed, but whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine.
That's right.
It's fine.
Aqua Summer, an album, an LP that wasn't appreciated in its own time.
That's right. That's right.
They'll catch up. The world will catch up, Dean. Don't you worry.
Until then, you can catch up on great insurance.
There you go. Go for it.
Because brought to you by Aiden Valentine. The Blake Insurance Group is an independent agency in Barberton, Ohio. I was going to say right here in Barberton, Ohio, but I'm no longer in Barberton.
Yeah. They are that.
Right.
Dean got out of there.
I did. Very fast. Offering personal care and support for all of your insurance needs. If you need auto, home, business, or life insurance, give Aaron a call. He'll treat you with the honesty, respect, and care that you deserve. Call the Blake Insurance Group at 234-571-5359 or find them online, blakeinsurancellc.com, for your free 5-minute quote today. And when you do, tell him that you also agree that Aiden's Valentine got snubbed for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's right. That's
Back
right.
to you, Brian.
Well, congratulations on all the performing. It's a very good class this year for sure. So I think
good job on not fucking up this time, Rock Hall.
Right.
We're proud of you. Thanks for listening to the show.
Yeah, last few years there's been some good metal acts finally getting in there. Judas Priest, others. So keep it up.
Motorhead next, right? We don't have Motorhead yet.
I would say
Motorhead
absolutely
needs to go next.
I agree with you, for sure. That'd be great.
No Al Yankovic, but that's kind of bullshit too.
He should get in sometime.
I absolutely.
I saw where Nancy Wilson? Yeah, Nancy Wilson was really pushing for Howard Stern to get in there this year because
I think he should. What he's done for
all of the
music.
He said tons of acts have been on his radio show over the years.
What would he go in that? What would that category be?
Contributor type thing,
like contributing. The way, Ed Sullivan is going in.
Okay,
that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the you get tons of radio play and people that listen to music that heard acts on his show that may have never heard him ever.
Yeah,
and then all the interviews and everything. Go ahead.
And maybe this is like they just had the big like SNL like thing there. Is Lorne Michaels in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I have to look that up.
Because I would argue no one maybe deserves in that as far as that goes more than Lorne Michaels because of the exposure of being on Saturday Night Live as a musical guest.
In the modern era, sure. I mean that's how Ed Sullivan got in finally because all the acts. I mean he had the fucking Beatles and the Doors and Elvis. I mean he had tons and tons and tons of rock acts in his time when it really was not the thing. So without him, a lot of these acts may have not broken it.
Sure.
So
but
very good. All right, guys. Well, we're going to continue with a musical theme this week. We're going to take a break, and Nick's going to tell you about the main topic right after this.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell 2 enemies.
4, 3.
Well, hey there, and welcome back to Convincing Idiots. This is episode 289. I'm Millennial Nick, alongside Gen X Brian and the Zennial Dean. Now, gentlemen, we have been fortunate enough to have been in this podcast business for the last over 5 business. Well, when you're in the industry, you call it as strictly the business. But for you outsiders, the podcast.
Look at everybody. I'm in the one hit wonder business. I'm in the podcast business. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in show business. That's right.
That's right. The
show
podcast business we've been in for over 5 years, but gentlemen, I'm sad to report that not everyone is quite as lucky as ourselves to be hitting home runs week after week in our preferred field. So this evening we are going to talk about some of our favorite one-hit wonders, specifically of the 1990s. To start off, this might be a certain category that makes comeback perhaps in other decades or genres of music, but for right now, very broad, the 1990s one-hit wonders.
Anymore. They don't like it.
What? I'm sorry, I missed that. Which one?
Broads.
What?
You can't call them broads anymore. They don't like it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
They don't like it.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
Apologies, women folk. I apologize. So we're going to be talking tonight. We're each going to bring forth 3 that we believe deserve to be on the Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore of one-hit wonders of the 90s. And then we will decide on 5 total that get the great distinct honor. So first, let's start off and name our rosters. Brian, 1990s one-hit wonders. Give me your 3 submissions.
Okay. I have no particular order. Groove is in the Heart by D-Light, 1990.
Okay.
Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison, 1996. And What is Love by Hathaway, 1993. So many good ones.
Very good.
But those 3 I like, and those 3 always put me in a good mood and get me moving, or just put me in a certain groove. It's just
okay.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Nikolai.
My 3 submissions are Good Vibrations by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Man.
I also have What is Love by Hathaway.
There it is.
And finally, just making the cut in 1999, Blue Da Ba Dee,
Yes.
in parentheses, by Eiffel 65. Those are my 3 one-hit wonder bangers of the 90s. Dean,
They are bangers.
what do you got?
All right. I'm going to start again, no particular order. I have from 1990, More Than Words by Extreme.
Okay.
Yep.
1997, Marcy's Playground with Sex and Candy.
Okay. Yeah.
And then 1997, from the band Harvey Danger, Flagpole Sitta.
Okay.
All right.
Flagpole Sitta.
Let's start with that
Sitta.
one, since we all go around. I've never heard of that song, so maybe sing it for me. I mean, I would recognize it if you sing it. Before we go any further, I want to commend all 3 of us, because I think, and I was waiting to hear somebody say something by someone that I'm like, disqualified because you can name another song by them.
Right.
I don't think any one of us here can name another song by any one of those artists other than the ones that we named here today. So, round of applause there. We're all on the board with that. So, Flagpole Sitta?
Flagpole Sitta.
Go ahead. Sing it to me. How does it go?
I was looking into the mirror to see a little bit clearer.
I'm not sick, but I'm not well. Okay. Cool. Didn't know it was called.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
So Flagpole Sitta, I picked, to me, when I would, in my brain, I go, okay, if I were going to make not even just one hit wonders, but if I was going to make a 1990s compilation CD, like these 3 songs, like when I hear them, they scream.
I believe that's what now that's what I call music volume 1 was.
Right. But I'm saying is you would hear any of these songs on there. So in Flagpole Sitta, to me is actually I probably hear that it's on my shuffle, and I've enjoyed it so much that I probably hear it once a week. I love the song. It has that pure 90s pre-punk 90s vibe to it. What was the other one? They're talking about where he's talking about he wants I want to publish. See, no, that's Flagpole Sitta. Anyways, the one where they're in the mall.
You know, with the guys that were the singing, they're singing and they play the guitars.
Anyway,
that's Flagpole Sitta. That's Flagpole Sitta.
You know,
never mind.
Yeah, those guys.
Anyways,
beanie guys.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got something in my mouth here.
Yep. A big flannel shirt, hoodie.
Actually, it was before that. That's what I'm saying. Is in 1997? Yes, 97 was kind of that was the grunge era, but it was still that
post-grunge kind of runoff of grunge. It was kind of after grunge, kind of had its time, and then everyone was kind of milking that. And I'm not that. I don't. That sounds like a discredit to those bands, not to say that they were all, but it's kind of, it was waning off, but it was kind of, people were morphing off of that and doing kind of like,
they also didn't want to be so angry or so, like gloomy. I think
it was more kind of irreverent grunge kind of, if you
will.
Try
to be poppy of it.
Yeah.
So I love Flagpole Sitta, one of my favorite songs, period, let alone one hit wonders.
In the world, period.
Yeah, like it's honestly, it's probably in my top 10. Like if we were to make a top 10
songs in the world ever made.
All right, saying it out loud, it does seem silly, but it is one of my favorite songs.
It sounds like I'm shitting on your song, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I just mean like, man, top 10 songs I've ever heard. I don't know that. I mean, to each their own, but
we have that. We have "Eat" by Weird Al Yankovic,
right? But it is one of those songs that
the rest I don't even remember. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It just makes me happy. Like I hear it, and it just puts me in a good mood every single time I hear it. So
sure,
that's why Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger is first on my list.
Nice.
Okay.
Now I would like Brian, I'm going to request Return of the Mac for the same reason, because I don't know that song.
Yes, you do. That's the one I was the most pissed I didn't have on my list.
Didn't somebody please?
Return of the Mac. You know that I'll be back.
All right. Yep. No. I got it.
It's smooth.
Yes, I cry.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, God. Yeah. That is okay. So what you described with the last one, that is that. Every time it's a I'm like, boom. I can't not smile and just I have to sing along to it. It's a great song.
Yep.
Yeah, Return of the Mac. When you said it, I was like, fuck. I was like mad I didn't think of that, or like, because it would have. Well, I mean, I'm not mad because now we have another one to talk about. Otherwise, we had two of the same songs. But yeah, Return of the Mac, like fuck
that song there. I picture myself being mad that I'm at the rollercade because all the other kids wanted to go to the rollercade like every fucking weekend, and I hated it. It was stupid, and like you just go in a circle. It's dumb. But my parents.
That's because Dean when he would skate, he'd hunch over because he didn't have good posture, and his butt crack would show, and all the kids would sing "Return of Dean's Crack, Return of Dean's Crack." You know it'll be back.
Did you have a theme song? No. Well, just jealous. No, that was one that would play at the rollercade in Barberton.
Yeah.
And
the arena.
So it upsets me because I hated roller skating, but like all the other kids in the neighborhood would go, and my parents aren't going to, almost have a house themselves, and like
you're fucking going roller skating. I don't care. Your skull. You're going to the fucking rollercade.
Right. So I had to sit through that horse shit and listen to that shitty music.
We'll see you in 5 hours.
Right.
You know the last 3.
It was so awful. So awful.
It's great.
So dumb. Anyways.
Yeah, that's a song.
I know the song.
Yeah, it definitely puts me in a certain group. That song there now, the 90s for me, I'm in my 20s, right? You know what I mean? So it's like it's that era of life for me.
What a time to be alive.
Oh, yeah. And that song may or may very likely. I'm sure I know for a fact that over the years when I would you go through some breakup.
Sure.
And then you're like, okay, I got to get myself back in the groove, get going, whatever. That's one song that you could put on and be like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
Get you pumped up. Got to get back out there. We got to get the groove going on again.
You're on
Get
the
back
upswing.
out there. Yeah, on the upswing, man. It just puts you at that. I takes me right back to those type of memories. Even tonight, I played tonight upstairs for Allie and yeah, just put you in, like I say, just put you in a good mood. Great vocals, great beat, fun message.
Did
Good
they
stuff.
both immediately go, yeah, like as soon as it hit?
Absolutely.
Got to.
Yeah.
Fucking pull the comb out of your back pocket after spraying yourself with some cool water. You are ready, baby. You are ready.
No. That was Drakkar
Somebody
Noir,
hand me
brother.
a Zima. Let's go.
Yeah, Drakkar Noir, baby. That was
and
it.
For some reason, it's June and you have a fucking turtleneck on.
No, I was not at that level.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm
just describing that guy in the 90s.
Yeah.
Not necessarily you. I've seen your pictures in the 90s. You're not far off. You did look like an evil magician. So we're not going to get too far away from that.
It was quite the look, yes.
Talking about magic, like he was really into it.
Yep.
If Aunt and LaVey and fucking Chris Angel had a kid.
I definitely made some things disappear in the 90s. I'll tell you that. So we'll leave it there.
Yeah, like penicillin.
It's good. Nick, what do you got?
Hepatitis. All right. I'm going to go with the low-hanging fruit here. We double up on What Is Love by Hadaway.
Yeah.
I can tell you that's a great pick. Because I didn't know that Hadaway was the artist of that song. I know it as the Night at the Roxbury song.
Right.
And it was, I think in many ways, when you say the song in the 90s, so I have a very, very, very deep reverence for 90s music. It's what I grew up with, and it was just kind of, it brings me to all these different times, but every different genre of music I felt like had its own moment, right? Like the 90s were so vast where hip hop really got its own legs, you know what I mean, in the 90s with Tupac and Biggie, and there were so many great rappers at the time, and it kind of, rap music had certainly taken off in the 80s, but it took on a new form in the 90s, and grunge, I mean, there was a whole genre that was created in the 90s with like rock music and hard rock music and what it became from what it looked like in the 80s, and then even pop music, there was so many variations of. Some of it was kind of what we were talked about with a little bit of that grunge spin, and it was a little more indie. And
I mean, it was versatile. Like the whole music scene throughout the 10 years is versatile.
Yeah, for sure. And then like there was perhaps this, to many people, the sound of the 90s was what you would call, I don't know, techno, or what we would call it house music today. Club music had a super moment in the fucking 90s. What Is Love is the epitome of that vibe. Like that song is 90s in its own way. There are many songs you could be like, that's the sound of the 90s. That's the sound of the 90s. But if we're talking about that specific vibe, that specific genre, What Is Love in its own way is the sound of the 90s. That is a very 90s ass song. And it was everywhere, and it's still everywhere. You still hear it all the time. So it was a one-hit wonder. It was a one hit, but it was a one hit that fucking lasted.
Yeah. Brian, go ahead and dispute on that.
No, I agree with all that, what Nick said there. And then I just, growing up an SNL fan in the 90s.
You can't hear that and not do this.
Exactly. Chris Kattan, Will Ferrell, that's what you picture. And in that 90s SNL was one of the best casts they ever had, period, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that was awesome. I never missed an episode back then. And as soon as that song would play, I would stop what I was doing if I wasn't focused on the show, and it just drew you in. Just so much fun.
Yeah.
You know,
combing his mustache, and that song comes.
Yeah, just getting ready.
What's up like a fucking meerkat?
Everything they were doing, getting ready, combing their hair. I love that skit. Love that skit.
Okay,
So,
let me go ahead and speak on this. For the simple fact,
go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Was it K Dog? Yeah, K Dog. Let me speak on this.
I'm gonna co-sign on this because out of all of the since we've been doing this list, one of the things that make one of whatever we're talking about on the list, on the ultimate list, is the fact that whatever we're talking about does to pop culture, not just for the subject that we're talking about, but where it transcends. Out of all of these songs that we have here, that because of SNL, I'm going to give it that. If it wasn't for Night at the Roxbury's, nobody would know this song, nobody would care. But since it was on that skit, it was on Saturday Night Live, it was in the clubs, everybody knew it. It is pop culture. Like Nick said, it is still, if you do the fucking stupid headbang, somebody will go, "Oh, what is love?" Or vice versa. So right there, given that, I will go ahead and co-sign that and put the first one on the list.
All right.
Baby, don't hurt me.
It's a good song. Just like you said, it's just fun. Yeah.
Now, what is the name of the band?
Hadaway.
It's Hadaway. Haddaway.
I think it's just a guy, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or a DJ. I don't. Who knows? I don't know. Someone knows.
93.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that puts our first one on the list, gentlemen.
There it is.
Let me go ahead and ask you guys a question. Out of all of these songs, from Brian to mine to Nick's, all 9 songs, what song on here? There's one song on here that when you play it, all of us will not only belt it out, especially with people around, but like if you're drinking and you're by yourself and More Than Words comes on, you are singing that like you goddamn wrote it. I guarantee you.
More Than Words by Extreme.
Yes. Say that I love not. You know it, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Definitely know that one.
You only knew how easy. Dude, that song, I remember singing that.
I don't know all the words. I know the chorus.
You do drunk. I guarantee you, if you were drinking and you turned it on, you would know the words.
You'll know.
I don't know how it's possible, but that is like a fucking drunk drinking song. We on our middle school, like on a bus, like everybody singing that. I don't know, like it wasn't even playing. It was all acoustic. I don't know who started it. But like the whole fucking bus is singing that song.
You know what's a similar song to that I do have that sensation with, that I'm like, I don't think I know it until it plays, and apparently I do know the words. Very similar song.
By the Osmonds, the
Mr. Big. I'm the one who wants to.
Yes,
that's 90's actually. But dude, it's a similar vibe to that song. And
can I change my Sex and Candy to Mr. Big? Because God,
you can do
a good one.
But that is that's but I have that sensation when I hear, like, I'm like,
hold on, little girl, show me what he's done to you.
Stay down, all right, goddamn, yeah. Come on, baby, come on over. Let me add you to his list. You're the one he wants to.
I'm gonna raise my hand. I'm gonna ask. Are you guys okay if I change my last pick to Mr. Big? I'm the one who wants to be with you.
It's almost the same song to me, but whatever you prefer.
They're very similar. Yeah, they are very similar.
Okay, that's a valid point. All right, I'll leave it.
Okay.
Yeah, the 90's was kind of a weird time for like metal. These guys were trying to figure out how do we fit in.
They had come on to being probably like a hair band when that was dying out, and they're like, well, we make ballads, like, I don't know, like something a little more somber that's not less flashy.
That was a big hit.
Do yourself a favor and look up, when we get off this call, look up Jimmy Fallon, More Than Words.
Oh wow!
He did it like a few years ago. Video, and it's with I want to say Jack Black, but maybe not. Yeah, it was Jack Black. They did more than words.
Yeah.
In the black and white, they had the long, the
Yep.
wigs, and they both sound incredible. Do yourself a favor and look up More Than Words, Jimmy Fallon. It's terrific.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's good because both of those guys are really good singers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they
Absolutely.
they use it for like it's comedy and it's whatever, but like they have really good voices and they both like know their way around an instrument. And they can play guitar. They're very gifted musicians.
You know your way around skin flute, don't you? If I remember
do.
correctly.
Yeah. My fingertips have memorized all the ridges. Yep. That's right there.
Didn't you start with the rusty trombone and then you moved over to the skin flute? That's very...
Nick, do you have to have more convincing on Extreme? Is you putting that aside for now for you?
Yeah, I'm putting an earmark in that. I do like that
we'll
song.
put it to the side.
So yeah, I definitely
Okay. What do you got, Nick?
Next one up. Let's go. I'm going to start with Blue by Eiffel 65. Blue by Eiffel 65, I would like to defend by saying not only is it a one-hit wonder, it's literally a one hit. I'm pretty sure if you go to Eiffel 65's
it's
Apple
only
Music
versions
page,
of that song.
it's the only song they've ever done.
Yeah.
And I actually, nerd alert, I watched on Vice a couple years ago a 45-minute documentary on the making of that song.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
And how it came to be.
It's like I'm too high to change the channel right now.
Shit.
It was it was something like that.
This is my life now,
I was
man.
enthralled because it like opened up this pocket of like, oh yeah, I remember that video of the little blue it was super early 90s, not early, late 90s, CGI with the little, really bad computer graphics of the little blue alien guy, and I love the melody of it. I love it. It started on a piano, and I can tell you from watching the 45-minute documentary that's how it started. It's a couple guys in France, and they were both in this shared. It was like some type of loft or apartment situation where aspiring musicians or people rented this space.
Dungeon.
And somebody heard it from down the hall that somebody was working on, on a piano, and the guy's like, "This is so beautiful," and he was doing techno music, and so he kind of it was like he organically went down the hall and was like, "Hi, I'm so and so. What's your, I love what you're doing." They hit it off, they start talking, and then eventually they make this song. They're never, they operate under Eiffel 65 in clubs and stuff to play this song, but they're not a band. They don't tour. It's not like, anything like that. But Blue is a very peculiar song. I'm not going to sit here and give you grandioso professions of what it means or what it's about. It's kind of all over the place, but it's a 1999 ass song. Like it's that. It is a moment in time. That song was fucking everywhere. That's another one that, depending on your vintage at the Rollercade, I heard that one at the Rollercade a lot. But yeah, because that was about the time that I would have been going there a lot.
By the time that came out, I was old enough to make my own decisions. So
yeah. But there again, it's a popular sample now. I think BB Rexa sampled it in one of her songs, and that's kind of made a comeback. And but anyway, I just love that song. I understand if it doesn't make it, or if we could pick other things over it, but I just had to say my piece about Eiffel 65's Blue, because it's a very 90s song. And actually, when I looked it up, I was like, oh, it was actually closer to 2000 than what I thought. It was released in 1999, but it definitely, it represents a certain era of the 90s to me, where I think that was kind of where we started crossing over from some of the 90s vibes we were talking about into that early 2000s sound. And I don't want to say that was the reason for it or whatever, but that was it. It represents that sound of that crossover to me, kind of.
Yeah, it's a fun song. I got reconnected to that song a few years ago when it was featured in Iron Man 3. I don't know if you remember the scene or not. At the very beginning of the movie, they did a flashback of Tony Stark in the 90s with Happy and everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And that song opened up the movie.
Yeah,
When they
that's
went
right.
back in time,
Yep.
they featured that song at the very beginning of the movie. I'm like, man, what is?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I know that song, and so I looked it up on Apple Music even back then. I started playing it again. I'm like, yeah, it was just
Yeah.
like you say, just a fun, goofy but fun song.
I get excited every time it's on, and I can't not turn it up all the fucking way. Every time we're in the car and like it shows up on Apple Music or whatever, I'm like, it's going all the way up. Like it's just it hits hard.
Yeah.
That shit slaps.
Yeah.
Slaps. If there's any song that does the exact opposite for me that's on any of our list, it's this song. I'm sorry. I had the same visceral reaction
does
to
not
it back
slap?
then as I do now. It's just a
You don't want to hear a
cliche.
story about a little blue guy who lives in a blue
Here's
world.
the story
and
of a boy. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I can do without it.
And
So
all day and all night. Yeah, come on.
sorry,
But he ain't
All
got
right.
nobody to listen.
All right, and who wants to go next? I've got one more.
Groove is in the Heart, guys.
Mm-hmm.
By D-Light, all the way back in 1990. It's just it's another groove. It's a fun song. And back in that song, I would venture to guess, probably made the club playlist probably through the entire decade. I'm not mistaken.
Oh, sure.
You know, just a fun song. It just had had a great bass riff. And she had a great vocal. Yeah, the whole slide, the whole, it's just a fun.
That just spilled. And
I defy you if you hear that song, then you will not feel in a little bit better mood and get you moving a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a song I always liked in the 90s. Not just because it made me feel good. That's it.
You guys
Simple as
remember
that.
the music video for it?
Yeah.
I remember being
like the
so
skin tight outfit and there's all the
and like
psycho
the cameras.
It was like a 60 type vibe in the video.
Right.
60s era. Yeah.
And it was so interesting. Like it was one of those where I'm watching going like, I don't particularly care for the song, but I've never turned off the video. I will watch it till the goddamn end.
Yeah.
Because the visual and the song isn't bad. It's just, it wasn't, it wasn't my cup of tea, but it was still catchy. It was you're tapping your foot, you're paying attention to it. So yeah, I think I like that pick.
Yeah, it's a good one. I want to revisit after we get them all out on the table.
Fine.
I want to hear everyone's defenses. I want to,
Yep. Go ahead, Dean.
Dean, give us another one you got. Give me sex. If you're not already going to do it, give me Sex and Candy because
that's the only
that
one
song.
you got left, baby.
Okay.
Marcy's Playground.
Okay.
It was.
I remember that video distinctly. I can see it in my mind.
Candy, right? It was like a
yeah.
Who's that lounging
in my head? Who's that? Yeah.
So casting devious stares in my direction.
Mama, this
surely is a dream.
Is a dream.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. That.
Very 90s for sure.
Very 90s, very it's catchy.
But good.
I mean, when you're a teenager in the 90s and there's a song called Sex and Candy, you listen, right?
Yeah.
So and then it's a very like at least, teenage teen. That was a sexy song, not just the word sex was in it, but like the message and like the way he's describing her. I enjoy that song back then. I enjoy it now. When we were talking, this was definitely, I didn't have to look up any songs for this because I knew my three. Sex and Candy has always been one of my favorite one-hit wonders, just like Flagpole Sitta and Extreme. So it is quintessential 90s. It is on that, mine now. This is music type CD. Love it. Love the song. I will turn it up every time and sing my drunken little heart out. So
yeah.
Okay.
Technically, any song you sing to though is you singing your drunken little heart out, right?
Yeah,
that's a valid point.
Yeah. Yep. This is true.
Yeah. No, that's a good song. I like that one a lot, and it's very, like you said, it's very 90s. It's very There's a lot in the 90s, and I don't know if the tone was set with like grunge music, but like you had a lot of bands that were like, there was that kind of that vagueness of lyrics and decoding what things mean. Nirvana had a lot of it. Certainly Pearl Jam and Bush was a big one for that. A lot of Bush's lyrics, one of my favorite bands of all time. A lot of their lyrics, just unless you
just
kind
nonsense.
of use it doesn't really make a lot of sense unless you kind of put your own meaning to it, which there's an art to that.
They're not exactly Kenny Rogers storytelling here.
Right. And at least not in the way that is obvious, right? So,
Sure.
But Sex and Candy was kind of that way. It was very like the story to the lyrics are very vague and kind of, it has that feel. It has that 90s post-grunge feel. But yeah, that's a great song. Absolutely great song. The last one I'm going to defend that I have on my list is Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch's Good Vibrations. And the reason it's on there is because that more than any other song probably on my list, the second it starts that first beat, bam, I can't not sing along. I can't get hyped. I'm excited. That music video was like a workout video. It makes me feel like I want to fucking hit a punching bag like Marky Mark. It's just fucking
punching bricks, right? Isn't on a barbell punching like
black and white with rain
under
box splashing off everything. Yeah,
but it's like what you said with what was the one that Brian had? It was like the girl's voice in it, with the vibration, and it's got it's got the right tempo, it's got the right vibe, and then Mark Wahlberg went on to be an incredible fucking actor after this. But before all of that, it was just Marky Mark and his Funky Bunch, and I fucking love that song, man. Like I couldn't tell you another Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch song, but goddamn, like I put it up against any New Kids in the Block song, and I think it wins. It's the fucking jam, dude. It fucking kills. I love that shit.
It is, in fact, the only song on this list that I am confused on whether, when listening to it, whether to lift weights or masturbate, or maybe even do both. Because you listen to that and it gets you hyped for either one of the two activities.
Well, he is Marky Mark, and he's here to move you.
That's correct.
He says it in the song. Yeah. It's just a fucking banger. I fucking love that song every single time. I think it inspired my love for his movies. Like when he started acting, I was just like, that's the guy from the fucking from the song. Like it's incredible.
Yep.
And it still gets played there again. Like all things go in and out of a rotation, and so you're not going to hear Good Vibrations at the frequency that you would in the 90s, and the further we get out, but it still gets play, and it's still relevant. People know the song. And we were actually, but I think before a Monsters game a year or two ago, we like to frequent Wahlburgers, and they played Good Vibrations. And I was like, I don't know why this isn't playing every third song in this fucking restaurant. This is exactly this is
meta shit going on
this
here.
is amazing. This needs to play. This is every third song up needs to be Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. It's great. And actually, I would argue that perhaps, I dare say, of all of the songs on any of our lists, my artist name is the most relevant. If I say Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Good Vibrations, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
They're synonymous because there are no other songs that anyone knows by them. I don't know anybody that owns that album. However, that's who it is, and it's Mark Wahlberg, and that's what it's tied to. But I love that side. Like you said, just good vibes every fucking time. Love that song. Never gets old. It's on my. If we ever did a Mount Rushmore of songs I never get tired of hearing, it's on there with Boys of Summer by Don Henley. It's every time it comes on, it's like I've heard it for the first time every time. I'm like, yes, yeah,
okay,
gets me hype. So
it's a good topic.
That's the Good Vibrations. Brian, do you have any more to talk about? Did we hit all yours?
No, I think I mentioned Return of the Mac. I think I made a case for Return of the Mac. I think.
So what's currently on the? What is currently on? Is it just one? We only have one.
What is Love by
Hathaway.
I would just like to, right off the bat, say that I feel passionately that Return of the Mac deserves to be up there as well. I am strongly on board with that. I'm actually mad I didn't think of it, but that's one for me that I think deserves to be there.
I love it too, and it's a different whole vibe than any other song I think we have on our lists here collectively.
Yeah.
So Get the cool, smooth soul vibe. Great. Yeah. I would agree. We should make a case for
Sonically
that.
speaking, I think it's
and
I think it might be the best song, like the
who
best
song?
song.
Who sung this?
Mark Morrison,
There you go.
1996.
Well, it is on the list because I'm going to
Very
agree
good.
with you guys. I'm going to wear my turtleneck and I'm going to put some really awful cologne on and get
Super
to trying
good.
to French kiss some girls.
Yep.
I'm going to give you. I'm going to second for Dean here. Sex and Candy. I like that. That's a.
I
forgot about
I was
that
going to
song.
say of
All right.
those because we have like Brian and I's lists have a lot of the 90s, very 90s like pop and club kind of
Yeah.
vibes, but
Yeah.
Dean had a lot more of that kind of into the in between of the indie and the rock and the but into pop like kind of
Yeah.
songs. But of those, like that is my favorite one of on Dean's list. I would absolutely
Love it.
third Sex and Candy. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's a good
Sex and
one.
Candy. All right, we have two more left. You guys want to make an argument? Who's got an argument to left made? You guys have one that overlapped. Nick,
Well, we already got that with the overlap one.
I'm gonna second Nick's Marky Mark in the fun bunch.
I was gonna say of the two that I have, I
like
think
this.
Marky
I like this
Mark
a
is
lot.
more 90s than Eiffel 65 because Eiffel 65, as much as I love that song, I could almost confuse it with an early 2000s pop song. But Marky Mark's it belongs more in the 90s realm, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you. And the MTV era was still very prevalent back then. And that was another one, like you said, as soon as the video came on, you knew exactly what the fuck it was. Like I said, if note one, and then the black and white, all that goofy shit in that whole video, it was just fun.
Oh. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's total 90s right there. 100%.
So this last one, I love just like Nick has the one that, he loves the, he's not assuming it's going to get on. I get that with Harvey Danger. Flagpole said, I understand that's not going to make it. I get it. But Extreme, More Than Words.
Hold on. Sing me Flagpole. I forget again. What song is that? We did it, but
Say
I know
that I love you.
No, Flagpole said it.
Oh.
Because I knew it once you did it. I was like,
I was looking into the mirror. A bit clearer.
Yeah.
Rottenness and evil in me.
Oh man. Because they're two different vibes. I think
they sure are. But like if I'm talking about like I probably More Than Words, but from Extreme is like a core memory. Like that is like a childhood memory. Flagpole City is just one that was around forever. I knew it. I've always just enjoyed it. If I'm going to make an argument of the two, regardless if Flagpole City is my favorite, my argument is for this list has to be Extreme.
Okay. So what we have 4 so far. Is this our 5th?
This be our 5th.
Okay, so you have Extreme. That's your one you're pushing for?
I would argue Extreme, yes.
Okay. Nick, do you have another one you're pushing for?
I know that I have Eiffel 65 Blue, which I personally would choose, but that's on my list. Of course I would choose it. But I will say, of the two that Dean has, I personally prefer Flagpole Sitta after I know what it is, which I did not before. As a song, I prefer that song. And it does sound a little more 90s to me, although the Extreme one, only because, like I said, Extreme hits me like the Mr. Big. I keep getting them confused, but they both hit me like the song that was by an 80s band that was like, shit, now it's the 90s, so we have to do, you know what I mean?
Correct.
And that's not taken away from what the song is.
No, a lot of them did it.
And I super respect Dean's connection to it, so that makes me want to give it to that one, but I think, I prefer the other. What is your other one that's left, Brian? I have Eiffel 65.
I had Groove is in the Heart by D-Light. I tell you what, I like the song.
I like it, but I don't like it as much as the others.
Yeah, I'm not going to push to say that it's better than some of the other ones. You know what? in my time, that Extreme song in the 90s, for me, I'm like, these metal guys trying to make a ballad work, this and that.
Oh, so it
But
annoyed
I
you?
never, now wait, but I can never deny the fact that it was a good song. I mean, lyrically, acoustically, the vocals are very, very good. It's just that's all it is. It's those two guys singing with the acoustic guitar. That's
Acoustic
it.
guitars, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and in honor
it
I
was a great.
remember that video from the late night commercial of Monsters of Rock compilation
Sure.
CDs.
Yep.
And I think
Sure.
that's maybe a reason why I confused the two songs, because I think they were one right after the other. It
Yeah,
was
that
Mr.
makes
Big
sense.
and Extreme, and it was the more than, yeah, and it's a black and white video. They're both
Oh,
on
yeah, 100%.
stools in like a warehouse playing acoustic guitars, because that was the thing to do.
I don't know where else you play acoustic guitar, really.
An empty
as one
warehouse
does.
on a couple of bar stools. That's where. What else would you do?
Actually, I
So-
just got back from doing that earlier.
Yeah, and those places are everywhere. So like, why why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Dean has one on the new compound out back there.
That's right. Next room over here, actually.
I'm going to give you that one because it's just in honor to pay homage to the lost kind of metal bands trying to find their way, like Dick was saying, into the 90s.
That slipped through the cracks. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And they came up with a good hit. And they also had the metal guys where they had the long hair, and the guy's like, I'm just going to fucking shave the sides, and I'm going to do that, and have the weird thing, whatever it was going on there. He had that going on as well.
They took one look at Phil Anselmo from Pantera, and they were like, if I look like that guy, but I sing the softer stuff, it'll all even out, and I can make that work.
So I'll give you that. It's the most 80s song of the 90s, but those guys were trying to make something happen, and it was a good song.
Yep. One of my favorite bands of the 80s that started, they came on at the wrong time, and they kind of, they made 80s music, but didn't it would be Slaughter. But they were that band that first album came out in 1990. Great fucking album, Stick It To You, but they just, wrong time, man.
Am I too late to put Ugly Kid Joe on my list?
That is a great song.
I Hate Everything About You.
I hate everything about you. Featured in Wayne's World as well. Yeah.
It's a fun song.
That is a good one.
I don't get that sister. Fuck the little bitch, I already kissed her.
That's a great song.
It really is.
I would definitely give you Extreme for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I think we've decided.
So, gentlemen, our Convincing Idiots Ultimate 1990s One-Hit Wonder lists. What Is Love by Hadaway, Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison, Sex and Candy by Marcy's Playground, Good Vibrations by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and finally, at number 5, More Than Words by Extreme.
Yeah, pretty well rounded list.
I think I was going to say it very much hits everything. I feel like in the 90s.
Well, we're pretty smart, so that makes sense.
It's another thing I like about the show is because we all come from different generational point of views, as it were.
Right.
But I feel like we hit everything pretty well. That was good.
Different backgrounds too. Nick goes to Disneyland, like 500 times through his childhood, and Brian and I's never been.
Only every 8 months. It's like less than once every 6. So.
Brian and I are playing fucking stickball and running those hoops with a stick down the road, and Nick's rolling through in his golden roller skates down to Orlando. What are you gonna do?
I'll tell you what. If everyone would like a taste of the single child millennial Nick life, and like to feel like you are privileged, well, you should treat yourself, right? You should treat yourself to going to all of our social media accounts and engaging with us in all the ways, feeling like a celebrity in your own right. And the way to do that would be by going to Google and typing in Convincing Idiots Link Tree. That's LINKTREE. And there, you can find us all on your favorite social media accounts. You can find as well all that information and so much more on our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. So, I think we've covered all here today. We've got one-hit wonders. We've got the 3 wonders of the world. I am Millennial Nick.
The Zennial Dean.
Gen X Brian.
Have we convinced you that we are more than a one-hit wonder in your podcast playlist? And perhaps you'll join us again next week.
More than what?
Zennial Dean, Gen X Brian, Millennial Nick. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe.
Ham grape.
Oh, wait.